well, now I can put this up online. I can call this project done. Oh, what? You calling me out? I guess I'm gonna have to do this right from the beginning. Alright, from the top. Hello, it's Earth8567, and we're back with another game. This time it's gonna be coming up soon. Tradewest presents a rare production. It's Battletoads and Double Dragon. The Ultimate Team for the Super Nintendo. That's right, we're going to beat 'em up this time. We're going to be starting the Toads, who will not be appearing in this game, unfortunately, this playthrough. Rash, the crazy one, and I'm super cool. When my smash hits, will leave him cold. Zitz, smart one, the smartest thing on wet feet. I can think as well as fight. Always a deadly combo. And Pimple. It may not be smart, but when brain power fails, brute force prevails. And the Dragons, only one of which will be appearing in this project. Billy, I'm ready to rumble. No one can match my twisting typhoon kick. And Jimmy. If the going gets rough, then I'm your man. I love a good fight. Versus a huge cavalcade of bosses from both series. A Bobo. Bobo couldn't fight. You little jerks not stand a chance against me. Blag. I'll be jumping and stomping if you dare step inside the colossus. Roper. Roper's the name, shooting's the game. Come near me and I'll blast you to bits. Robomantis. Bzz, you fleshy fools who beg for mercy. Bzz, when I'm through with you. The Lee Twins worth me the Shadow Boss. Come and get me if you dare, Dragons. I'll destroy you and those Toads. And the sensual Dark Queen. Awesome ruler precision. Battle jerks. One of the most voluptuous women on Nintendo. Oh no, a big blimp is coming towards the Earth. I'd better warn the Toads. Toads, this is an emergency. The Queen's Ratship is on the way to Earth. You must stop them now. It's our only hope. Only seen one episode of the show, I don't remember it, so I can't really do their voices, so deal with it. Gotcha, Prof. We'll need help. Get in touch with the Dragons and we'll pick them up. I'm still learning the voices, so don't mind me. Billy, Jimmy, you're the finest warriors Earth has to offer. Can you help us? Sure, Prof. We're ready to kick some evil butt. Tell the Toads to pick us up at City Hall. So yeah, we have a team-up between two franchises. Where have we seen this before? The Battlecopter swoops low over City Hall and the Lee Twins climb aboard. The Strike Force assembled the Copperheads up into space to make a previous strike against the Dark Forces. This will be a one-player game, unfortunately, and I will be choosing Jimmy for my run. Bobo, not to like intruders, I'm gonna beat you up. So yeah, I'll be Jimmy Lee. In a sense, they handle the same. Let me try it again. By moving left and right, you move left and right. For stage 1, if you move up or down, you move up and down along the field, like that. And get hit. By hitting the B button, there's one other button, I forget which button it is. This uses both of them. You can also attack. The A button is your jump button. If you walk off the edges of the ship, you will do this. During that, do not let an enemy hit you. If you do, you will fall. Now, before you say that's not fair, note I did that to enemies too. There are power-ups. What I described was invincibility. I'm gonna abuse it. Boom. By hitting B at certain places like this, you can actually knock people off. I'm looking for where their hands are, I stomp on one of their hands, bringing them down. By double tapping, you run. But the double tap B is going to be my most used combo in this whole game. It works too well most of the time. If you need just a short distance to get it off. I can get it off pretty quick most of the time. If you can become second nature, this game becomes easy. These hands, double tap B, done. Yes, that's right. There's even different animations depending on if they're laying down. That stomp I just did is usually a one-shot kill if something's on the ground. So that should be relied on a lot. Boom. Now you'll notice that there are probably enemies from both series. I'm not familiar with most of them, so I'm familiar with the Toads and Leechwins. Oh, and by the way, for these things, you just run across the screen, and when you see them hit the ground, they'll be behind you, double tap, and attack. Gotta be quick. Yeah, enemies from both series will appear. And things from both series will appear. First up, we got the dragon's most one of the more famous ones. A Bobo. And unfortunately, unlike in Double Dragons 2, you can't skip them. But, the back and forth technique will work. I usually try to let him get a few steps out. You notice the little gray line? That's where I usually stay behind and charge from. Back and forth until you get him, and then you run up and take him out. When he's on his knees, it's the finishing blow. He won't attack until you take him out. So maybe you see an enemy in a death animation like that, you're done. You've won. Just gotta hit him one more time. Come into my lair! Big Black's gonna chomp and stomp ya! That's right, we got Big Black next, which is one of the Toad's enemies now. And we got these punks. This stage is a lot of fun. Boom! Okay, this thing up here is an energy restore. You have 6 bars of energy. If you have more than that, you will, well, you won't get anything. Enemies will usually, throughout their whole combo animation, will take 2 energy. So half a combo is 1 energy. That was a walker I just took out. No, not a zombie. When you bust one, it leaves its leg. What I just picked up was points. You can guess what they do. By the way, enemy damage is on. They will attack each other if you let them. Take you out. And we're gonna punch it through the floor, you turkey! Okay. Next to your... on top of your energy is your points. You get lives for every certain amount of points, which we're gonna use on this doorman and abuse him a little bit. Next to his points... well, the points in life, energy, is your life counter. Yes, there's only 5. You may notice I already have 5 lives. So what happens if I was to kick a 6th one? It goes into reserve. I actually do have 6 lives. It only shows 5, but when I die, I won't lose 1. When you're out of lives, as in your counter's all black, like player 2's, you still have 1 life left. Now here's the thing about playing 2-player, if you're going to play 2-player. You can have 2-player on. You can attack each other on or off. It's the... I think it's A mode that does the on, B mode off. It's standard between the games. I don't play this much with friends. And here's why. If either of you lose all your lives and game over, that's it. You go back to the start of the last checkpoint. Both of you. I don't care if you had 10 lives, 1 life, 20 lives, 30 lives, unlimited lives. If either of you game over, as in you lose all your lives and need to use a continue, back you go. As in, I'll have to go to the start of this corridor if I was to wipe out with a friend. This isn't fair, does it? In fact, you might have seen this on one of AVGN's videos that, yeah, I think I wiped in the beginning of Stage 3 and got stuck at 3-2 because over and over, someone kept game overing. And that's why I do not play this game with friends. Now, the moves are pretty much the same with both characters, only they have different variants. I find myself doing better with the Leechwins, though. And I can't get that in there for the life of me. And I just flopped over. By hitting the action, the attack button near a stick of dynamite, you'll try picking it up. You have to be behind the stick, though, and I almost took a hit. The reason is because, well, if you notice when he picks it up, he always bends over. His hand has to touch the dynamite. Not his foot, it actually has to be his hand, so you need to be precision. Doorman, though, once you get it, you just stand over here and throw the dynamite in the door. Done. And that's the end of 2-2. We're now on 2-3. Hey, Toads! I found your bike! That's right, the legendary speeder bike! Oh god. These. But, luckily, as you can see, there are pickups here too, but they don't give you items, they give you points and they're incrementing. And when you get them all, for that load anyway, you get a 1-up. Now, while on the bike, do not hit a thing. If you hit one of those drums or one of those those posts, 1 life gone. These guys just mash B when they're behind you and double tap B in front of you. Takes a little bit of time, but if you can get this down, this section's no problem. It's always back, forward, back, back, forward, forward, and then back forward until it stops, which I think is 2 runs. I think I'm right. 1. You have to hit B right before it hits the bike, though. If you go too far, then he'll go and attack you. Yeah. I was right. And now we're going to do the point pickup thing again. Now, here's the thing. There's extra points here. So, if you mess up here, don't be mad. By the way, did anyone notice if it got faster when we hit the section with the other guys? Now, I already got another life off this one. Unfortunately, even if I was to get that one and all of them, it would stop at 7,500. 1 off from another extra life. It only gives you 1. Oh, by the way, if you're playing 2-player, I think it does do it where where you guys compete against each other for them, and it makes it hard to get a life there. I haven't played since I was 7th grade. No, wait. 7 years old. I almost said 7th grade. With a friend. Last time I played this game myself was before college. So this is good. So if I seem a little rusty. Oh boy. But what you saw was my practice run ending at the beginning of this video. I'm thinking about doing something a little funny. Oh, by the way, Big Blarg goes down easy. As long as you just time your jump kicks. Don't let him hit you. Darn it! Yeah, just A, B, A, B, A, B. If that's gonna happen, you run out of the way and then jump attack again. Yeah, it's not as good as the run, but in this case it works, especially in game against the corner, and goodbye! When he's on his back, he's out of here. By the way, this screen will turn to the Toad's color if you're playing only a Toad, if I remember correctly. I don't remember what happens if you're playing a mix. But as I was saying, the Toads and Dragons each had the same moveset. Which means if you double tap B, you'll do a attack that will one-shot. If you're gonna attack the ground, if you have him against the ground, they'll do the ground thing. Fists, I'm gonna use your bullet butts for target practice. I know I missed it, sorry. Explaining. But yeah, I believe the Toads turn their feet into a goat-like. I think they turn their head to a goat-like horn. That was stupid of me. That was even stupider. Great, I'm near dead. And I lost a life. And you see though, I'm above the stand. I'm still above 5, which is great. But yeah, these crows are great if you can get them in a combo. Remember the point system I showed you? If you can air juggle them, you get an extra life. I probably won't be able to do it because it's random luck if I do. If I do, we're good. Enemies for this stage, the main enemies that come out of the doors, do not go between them. And they are Linda Lash, they're a common enemy in Double Dragon. They're a pain in this one. Oh, by the way, in this stage you can't move up and down. If you hit up or down, you'll jump if you hit up, duck if you hit down. Yeah. Which does not save you in that situation. That would've. Darn it! Okay, I'm gonna hang, because when he's firing like that, he can't hit you if you're hanging off another camera. Okay, restore. Remember when I said don't get in between them? This is what happens. I can get an attack in time almost. Lindelash are one of my worst enemies to deal with, and I just got wiped. Okay, repel ropes. As you can see, you do have to do repelling. If you hold left against a wall, you'll either turn to a cyclone or a wrecking ball. What I do is I cannonball over, then hold the right button, and then repel. You can jump between them, you can do whatever, but you had to know a cyclone to do that. So that's why I had to explain it there. You can also attack normally with B, it's a normal kick or whatever. I usually play this game with one of the Leech Winds, so that's why I know I'm better as kicks or whatever. And by the way, flipping that and going past here, 3-2. Anyone who used to watch AVGN and saw how far they got, remembers that place well. Ow. I'm trying to punch them normally. That's where I learned to do the tap-tap kick, because I don't give them a chance to... Yeah, this is the stage that taught me that. It's better to sit there and do this combo over and over for most of the game. There's plenty of techniques. I mean, I think there's at least a whole page in the book, and they don't explain them all. But yeah, like I said, each toad has their own thing, but they're basically the same. I think they do have a little bit of a different hitbox, so it feels like that in my opinion. I'll show you the toad in the the second half, because I will do only 2 parts to this. It's a short game. Literally, this game takes me under an hour to beat, so that's why there's only going to be 2 parts. And there's 2 endings. I'll show you how I got the other one. Don't worry! Don't fall off, because that happens. That's right, I just lost a life for falling off. Good job, me. Oh wait, the music in this game is lovely. There's 2 ways... No, wait, this isn't the one. I'm not thinking the right one. The camera section. Oh, this is fun. Just sit here and back and forth. Back and forth. Smack them in. Back and forth. I usually try to leave 1 crow on screen at this point, because if you get too many, it's a little chaotic. Come on. Darn it, I missed. I didn't time it right. This game is a ton of timing. I'm not kidding. Of course, what beam up isn't, right? Come on. Keep going. 2, 5. Darn it! This part I usually at least try to take out 1 crow because it makes it easy. Ow. It makes it a little easier. These crows are weak, and they'll take out their brethren. 7. Ah. And a draw. I think I've gone over all the power-ups. I mean, there's a score pickup, but... Yeah, seeing 5,000 points. Who would have thought that? You do get an extra life for every certain amount of points. I forget what they are offhand. I think they're 10, 30, 50. Like the odd numbers. It doesn't take that long, but... I'm not usually concerned because, well... comes so quickly. This section, you gotta hit up when the rings are coming normal, and for these ones, you just gotta dodge. You just try to get a little distance. When you reach here, make sure you have none of those rings on screen. And kick, and kick, and kick. And one more time. These things, wait for 2 and then pass. That's all. When you see the double, you pass. Roll over here. And get spark rings done right. Okay, now we're starting level 3-3. It's fun. Fun enough that we're starting in a smaller area. I mean, this should be easier to get lives, right? Really? Well, don't get stuck against the wall or miss like I just did, or you get nothing. You won't scroll the screen until the crows are dead, and, well, if you don't use the tornado attack, it'll stay until they end up getting off the screen. If you use the tornado attack, it'll start scrolling immediately. And, yeah, get that and just dash, but do not dash off like that. Well, like I did last time. This area, hit down to extend the rope, and up to retract. It's just like the earlier jumps, but, well, to be honest, jumping off that rope is easy, and I mistimed that one. Aye! This part has two different parts. You can see you extend to the wall. You can go to the upper right and hold up and right, and you'll avoid a lot of the damage. But we prefer doing things the hard way around here, because there's two ways out of every situation. What I do is I sit here, and just move along the wall, and tornado across when time. Yeah, that's all. Nothing hard. I mean, there's many ways to do these sections. Find the way that works best for you. But once you get down here, make sure you break these pods. Make sure whoever needs a life more gets it. So once you get off, it's Roper! The Toes, I believe, have this guy. Machine gun. And yeah, he's going to try to hit you with the butt of it. But he'll also start pumping and then firing. If he starts pumping, duck! If you get hit, that will take your whole life bar away. Enemies now on start getting real cheap. In fact, they got cheap since Bobo, but we didn't let him get that far except for Blag. But this guy has a telltale sign. Blag, you just relent on. You can catch him while he's pumping, though. You can take him down and get another kick, and it'll start his thing over. If he does hit you with his butt, he'll hit you enough and then hit you against the wall, and as soon as you get up, he will try again. But either way, that's the end of this video. We got rid of Roper. We're done with 3 stages. We're now off the Colossus, which is the whole thing we were on. Now we're going to take it down. That's right, next part, we're taking down the Colossus. And it's not going to be Shadow. Hope you had fun. See you on the next one. Hello, this is Elmer856. I just want to explain real quick that coming up on March 6th at 7 p.m. until March 9th at 3 p.m. is the 72-hour DC Comic Video Game Marathon for the Brain and Behavior Research Foundation. I will be there all 3 days in the chat, so if you want to come and watch some great DC games like Injustice, Lego Batman, and games like that, feel free to stop in. Superman 64 will be played if they get enough money. It's not going to be a high goal, so it's probably going to reach it. So if you want to see some great games and some terrible games he played, and if you're a comic book fan and want to stop by, then come on along and watch. I'll put the link in the description, and I hope to see you there. And see you on the next video.